Hello to everyone. Here's a little backstory of this whole collection. So it's meant to be like a travel collection of a little swallow and what the bird sees on its way over the earth or the water. So first of all, as maybe you have seen from other of my works, this swallow is like a little reoccurring element, and this time it's just made in a little bit different techniques, and also something that I tried to put in all these elements in the collection is this kind of metal embroidery like filigree that would remind a little bit of jewelry as well, and just make the overall look a little bit more airy. So it combines different techniques. First of all, goldwork, which is not golden here, but these metal threads is actually what it means. Also these ones here with some more special effects. And the other part is made of glass beads, so it maybe looks a bit like a mosaic, and sequins, matte Italian sequins. So these works are actually always a bit hard to photograph or show, because if someone looks at it in reality, in real life, then it's always better than in some medium like video or photo, because it changes so much. And well, overall it's a combination of different materials and techniques, and so depending on the light conditions it can change quite a bit. And at the moment, because it is not full sunshine that I'm showing them in, you can actually see better what's going on without all the reflections. So the main character was Swallow. It's really like the character of the story, because this all has a pretty significant story for me, going between Estonia and Portugal, like this same bird, swallow. And so the second part is the Sacred Heart. Or maybe to some people it's a little bit like a squid, which would also go with the story, because sea or ocean is a big part of all this. And so it features the same kind of filigree part, maybe like you can actually see through the heart, or it's like open, breathable, and so there's the flame, but the flame is a little bit different. It's not red or orange, but it's also blue, because this whole travel theme with these two countries, and actually swallow being a symbol of both of the countries and the national bird of Estonia, everything is like sea themed, and sea and silver so are like the main kind of colors or symbols. So these are little clouds, maybe a little bit Japanese looking. That's what I was aiming at a bit as well, to simplify it, but at the same time make it understandable and varied. So as well, combining these three different materials or techniques, and the sequins of course are reflecting quite differently depending on the light. They are as well with a matte finish, and so the metalwork embroidery here. So these can be used in any direction actually, and although it's meant as a cloud, it doesn't have to be. It could be just something that is abstract. Then there are these two stars. They are both like stars, but as well compasses. So again, it's like something that gives direction to the bird and what it sees in the sky at night. This big one could be used maybe on the back of some garment if we're talking about clothes and not accessories, because it is quite big. And then there's a smaller one, maybe a little bit more simple as well. Could look a bit like a flower as well, I think. So 2 variations of stars, and then a little bit more story-like, which has different techniques than all the other ones. So here I also added some strokes of thread, of silk thread, actually also bought from Portugal, so bits and pieces to make it more authentic, at least to me. And so this is like an eye that sees everything, the sky, a planet, could be sun or something else, and then another star. So this patch maybe could go to an elbow or something. It has a bigger surface, and so you could even hide some kind of faults or holes in a garment with it, because it's quite big with its background. And then something that is going to be finished soon is also a cloud. So the kind of pattern of these is exactly the same, but they just have a different finish and a different height. So this one is much more sculptural and 3D in that sense, and that one is more flat. And so these can also be used not only as some decoration on a garment, but like a headband, for example. It's very easy to attach it here and just secure it. And so this will be also part of this whole theme. And of course this can be combined in so many different ways, what fits together and what not. So just attaching it and securing it, and everything is changeable whenever needed. And this would be maybe like a classical version that has a link to tattoos, because one part of this collection is also tattoo inspired, very classical tattoos like Sacred Heart, Swallow. And then here we can combine something else that fits just according to the size and idea what it should mean or portray. So this is a little intro into this collection, and more information and pictures will be ready soon. Thank you.